Good evening, Texas bikers, bikers all across the nation and the world. This is Texas Biker Radio News. My name is Butch Popeye Moss, National President, Sons of Liberty Riders MC, co-founder of Texas Biker Radio News. Now, tonight, as promised, we reached back into our archives, our YouTube archives, and I want to thank YouTube for bringing our platform back. Because we had about 10 years worth of videos, about 600 and something of them, and so we've been archiving them so if something happens, we don't lose them again. But this one right here that we're going to do tonight happened in 2018. Now, the Fort Worth PD and the Fort Worth Star-Telegram overhyped and vilified motorcycle clubs. And they went to the stockyards where these motorcycle clubs were going to meet and tried to get the businesses there, restaurants, bars, whatever else, hotels, and tried to ban anyone wearing a cut. A cut, in case you don't know, maybe your first time, or maybe your first time listening to our channel, a cut is right up here. That's a cut that we wear when we're riding our motorcycles. And we're in a cage, we don't wear them. But we're on the bike, we're wearing them. And we're proud of them. So, what happened on that day, after they vilified everybody and then went to the stockyards and tried to ban the bikers from actually even being in the stockyards. They didn't like the idea of it. But you know what? There's not a motorcycle club in this country, in the U.S., that is banned from existing. Not one. Not one. No matter who they are. 1% or otherwise. So we're going to show you this video, and to start out, after I saw the hype about what Fort Worth PD and the Star-Telegram was saying, I ran over to my National SA's house, and his road name is Geezer, and that's Geezer right there. Rest in peace. He died of cancer, and he was the brother like no other, and he was always willing to go. And I went into Geezer's house. I said, "Come on, we're going to Fort Worth." He said, "What's going on?" I said, "Man," I told him what was happening. He said, "Oh, wow, sounds interesting." So we ran up to Fort Worth from Arlington, Texas. And as we got close to going down Commerce and close to Wilson's Leather Goods, and let me set the stage here. There was another club that was there at Wilson's, and they were looking for rain gear because it had been raining. And so who was there when we got in front of Wilson's? We were headed toward the stockyards. Well, there was Fort Worth gang. Now, it wasn't these particular guys, but it was a group. You'll see them in a minute. Wasn't these guys, but it was Fort Worth gang. And so we said, well, look at this. There's squad cars everywhere. Let's see if we can go see what's happening. And we actually went through all the gang unit, and everybody else was there, and went into Wilson's. And so, yeah, I mean, it was interesting. and they had cars like this one out there. Oh yeah, Fort Worth gang, and so they're interesting a lot. But they can also be rogue. And I've gone to the Fort Worth PD about them for harassing bikers, for jailing bikers, over traffic violations. It's incredible. Violations that a soccer mom, like being over the white line, like forgetting the turn signal or something like that, they wouldn't go to jail for that. But here in Texas, you can be taken to jail over a ticket. Yes, you can. So I'm going to play this video right now. I'm going to make sure the audio is on, and it is. And I'm going to swing it around here. And, well, you're going to listen to it. This is about 17 minutes long. So, and yeah, some of the patrons there at Wilson's Leather was, especially the women, were getting kind of giddy about everything. You'll see it. You'll see it. But you'll also hear everything that's going on. So, okay, so I'm going to send it over, and I'm going to restart it. And here we go, everybody. Here we go.
I just want some barbecue. They didn't do something.
Right here at Jeff Wilson's Leather, man, Fort Worth PD. Harassing bikers, for absolutely nothing. Apparently it's against the law to be a motorcycle biker.
They didn't do nothing.
What are they being detained for?
You're absolutely right. Not everybody on motorcycles is a gang member.
Not nobody on a motorcycle is a gang member. Gang members. So what are they?
I didn't feel I was in harm's way until that officer drew.
So why aren't Bloods and Crips being arrested left and right? Why aren't Latin Knights and all these other gang members? No, just clarify that for me. Because those are gang members.
You read the DPS gang assessment report? None of these guys are on it. Right here. This is right here.
Sergeant Bain. Hey, sorry, we got another guy coming out.
No, why is he? Hold up. Why is he being detained?
Just check it out, boys. Chill out. Just relax.
I just want some answers. I mean, clarify something.
If you have something to do with this, I'll talk to you. But if you don't, just.
I'm here. You pulled your buddy pulled the gun out while I was in here. I have everything to do with it.
Please, would you please stop? Let us take it what we gotta take care of. We talked to you about it already. There's a couple guys that were armed. That's it. It's simple. Okay. Huh? Yeah. Well, there was one guy that came back to the back, so I don't know if y'all need to.
He was in the bathroom.
He was in the bathroom, so I don't know if you need to check that.
It's right there. The door's open.
Somebody's phone. That's mine. It's just people want to know what's going on. How do you explain that?
People were armed and our travel.
Sure.
But that's not what the other guy said. The other guy said because they're gang members. I mean, not nobody I know is a gang member. He said you're painting it with a broad stroke. No, you did that. A family establishment, and the guy's pulling a gun in here with a little girl in here.
We were back there talking.
I guess it looks like gang. Just stay up. Stay right here for now.
Okay.
Yeah, because you might be a gang member as well.
I am. I'm with the bomb squad.
Bomb squad. There you go. She's a bomb.
Bomb, baby. No, I want some barbecue. They won't let me have. They won't let me have any
You ain't
barbecue.
seen her when she's hangry. You might
I
have to,
know. And I'm going through menopause. It's
you
not
might
a
have
good
to
thing.
arrest her if you don't let her eat.
Every
Get you a sandwich.
every
Look at him when he
bit of
gets you a
video
sandwich.
we have.
I'm all good. I gotta see what all he's got.
They
He said
tried
he
to
had
grab
some left.
me. You grabbed my phone.
Hey, can we go out there and film
No,
that
I said.
Then what you stayed here for your safety? Did they get everything?
for our safety?
Yes, sir. For your
Y'all pulled the gun and you're saying for our safety? Come on, dude.
They ain't gonna hurt
Would
anybody.
you mind moving a little bit? So
Yeah, can you?
They want me here at the door, so I'm gonna be here at the door.
Why nobody's trying to get in or get out?
There should be somebody else at the door over there.
I mean,
I saw a really cute black one last weekend, and now it's gone. Somebody bought it. I don't like those. I want.
so
How can I
you're
tell if this is filmed?
so you're a gang member.
How can I tell if this is filmed? Oh,
Chef.
okay.
I'm glad they weren't here last weekend when we had our stuff on. That would have sucked.
He closed the door, so
They try to grab
Yeah,
me.
but
You
can
make
it-
sure
can
you
it not
get my
go
phone.
Okay.
All this is on live, but
Yeah. Oh, it's live?
oh yeah, I went live with it, dude.
Okay.
Oh, there's some more coming up. I haven't
That's
seen
what I
these
told
guys
you.
yet.
Yeah, there were some that radioed in, said they're 5 minutes out from Wilson.
Oh my
At least they got
gosh.
advertised on
For
the.
what? For what?
There was more coming.
Well, because y'all are all gang members.
No,
know,
I just
they-
want some barbecue.
This guy's wearing a patch. How come he's not a gang member?
He's a gang member.
I mean, come on.
Lethal gang in the
This dude's wearing a patch.
With the barbecue.
Isn't he a gang member?
You ride a
They are
motorcycle?
gang members.
They ride motorcycles too.
Crotch rockets.
I mean,
Oh,
Thank
the
you.
ones
Shut the
in
door.
the one Grapevine got.
I mean, it's.
Let the people, you know.
I'm being held hostage.
I mean, that's what we're doing.
Actually,
I mean, so if shooting starts happening,
This way, we would have been. We'd have been
That's
again.
being held hostage, right? Huh? So if you're being held against your
I was
will,
standing there, and I
that's
wonder
being
why
held hostage.
Parker's scared out there. The other little girl's scared. She's seen some cop pull a gun.
yeah,
My God.
Yeah, the little girl, she was over here crying.
dude, you pull a gun right in front
Jeff's
of.
granddaughter. Yeah,
Yes.
crap out of That's Jeff's granddaughter.
And that's a son
Yeah.
right there. I'm going, oh shit, she's scared.
I would do.
I wish I'd had my.
Jeff's
I wish
been-
they'd been videoing or I had mine out when it happened. Because the dude, they told everybody to get on the wall. The dude stood right here. Did not comply, but he stood just like this. He stood just like this. And that guy pulled the gun on him, pointed it right at him, and told him to get on the wall. With his hands out in front
Yeah,
of him.
I saw it.
I'm like, holy shit! You just pulled a fucking gun on an unarmed man, threatened him.
We got a bunch of cockstrong freaking cops that decide.
They ain't cock strong, they're Glock strong, baby.
Well, that's what strong.
I mean, if anything, like she said, she's got a point. We're being held against our will,
Yeah,
man.
And hungry.
me too. Now y'all keep talking about
Well, I
food.
want to tell Chef to bring some barbecue.
Hey, we ought to order a pizza to be delivered, y'all. Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? Uber Eats. Uber Eats.
Hey, tag if you, comment if you agree. This is now a hostage situation that the cops are making us stay in here against our will.
that's what you should do. Call the Fort Worth police and say we're being held against our will.
Yeah, it's a hostage
And there's
situation.
barbecue outside and we can't get to it.
By the cops. That would be
We're being held hostage by
That'd be
gang
amazing.
members.
Call and order pizza. Have it delivered.
We're being held hostage by gang
If
members.
they get mad, I'll be like, y'all wouldn't let me have no barbecue. You cannot do that to a menopausal
No, I
woman.
was at, we should.
And this is America.
It's America.
Fort Worth, Texas, America. Look,
Hey, that's a good idea. I don't know. Did you hear that?
Where's Chef?
I posted an article about Australia. It's not quite. This is about the same.
to go out. Can I go out?
I like that little black one. That's really cute too, and it's not that much. I would
Oh
too.
yeah, I ain't gonna come to Fort Worth.
You know what? Make you see better. Fire just fell out. Pouring down.
Fucking Texas Rangers. Almost being held hostage.
Yeah, it's your place of residence.
They won't let us out.
Sorry, we're closed. See, it's not good for me to be in here
Man.
for a long time.
How is it that these cops are telling us we can't leave?
We did last weekend too, though. Did y'all get any
Pulled the gun
bootstrap
out
panties in?
while that little girl was standing there.
The bootstrap
pull it out?
covers.
He pulled it out on one of the Vagos.
Last week you didn't have any in there.
Well, I can't see them. We're all up against the wall.
Yeah.
It was the littler one. When they were all being marched out, see the guy that was walking out like that? He never put his hands down. It was him.
These are all
He
gang
had his
members,
hands
by
in
the
front of
way.
him when they
Look,
pulled the gun on him, just like that.
and y'all know the notorious one of
He got on the
all.
wall when they held
You know he had to be in the middle of it.
Never-
Jesus Christ, this is what I get for hanging out with that guy.
I hope that cook don't pick up an hour to cut.
Everybody say hello to Popeye.
All I was trying to do is buy my missing pinky ring.
Pants down.
That's your boys.
Just keep your pants down.
Sons of Liberty Riders, MC. What?
What do you do, dude?
Make a note that they won't let us go outside and film it.
Well, it's all live.
You got laces on your boots?
I got on my
Look, man, we're currently in a hostage situation, man. The cops will not let us leave. We are being held against our will.
Cowboy hats that we can't come out.
Fort Worth PD is out here pulling guns on unarmed
to the
people.
shoelace.
Oh, so they're for the front?
Well, let's go.
Said we can't come out. And what he
Yeah,
said.
for the
He
front,
said we
so it'll
cannot
hold
come
them
out.
down so they won't.
That's
back
what
up.
he said, but the other folks, they went out. We can make it a statement and go out that door. And just go.
I don't see how you can hold your hostage in here.
You can't.
We got the back door and go down the alley.
We can go out the back door.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm coming around the back way and come up the deal and go. I just come for the barbecue.
This will definitely be. So, as we are making our attempt to go out the back door, since we're being held against our will by Fort Worth Police Department, young lady, you take care. Have a great day. Can you open this?
For our own sake. So if they shoot us.
Hey,
Thank you.
bye y'all.
Thank you. Go.
Keep your hands inside. Keep going. We're gonna film you. Is that okay?
Through there. So amazingly enough, we were able to escape. Anyway, so the cop says, man, technically we can seize that phone because it's evidence. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, little fella. It's not evidence. It's on Facebook Live. Good luck with that. Yep. And we had to go out Wilson's Leather the back way. Because they had... Man, y'all say hi to everybody. Now we're gonna make an attempt to go get the vehicle. Thank God I didn't ride out here.
Parking lot. They'll get us for
We robbed the bank. They'll come up with something. Man.
Did you get the, well, you were taking pictures.
Y'all took the pictures.
Now, you also, I wonder if you got that cop's name tag. The last one. That was telling us you couldn't put.
No, that little prick that was right there. The Asian guy.
Yeah, the last one was top there.
No, I didn't get his name.
I wish I thought of getting these pictures. That's why we're there. He should know that. Well, the ATF was wrong. I didn't see no monster. That was off the patio.
And this is all just to hype up people for the trials that are waiting, for the trials that are set to come up for Waco. All it is propaganda, everybody trying to push something, you know. And the guy referred to everybody who was on motorcycles. You cross as gang members. No, you can cross. Green light.
Your hand.
I was using my turn signal.
You got away from the hand.
Oh. So apparently, yeah, everyone who's on a motorcycle is a gang member.
Well, they are too, aren't they?
Yeah.
They ride motorcycles.
Yeah, they ride motorcycles. They wear patches.
In Arlington, I always say. I'm going to ask him if he's a gang member since he's on a motorcycle.
Yeah. What does it say? Back to blue? So therefore, they're gang members.
Back the motherfucker up.
You know?
Are you filming, man? Could I get you to pull up just a little bit? I'm right behind you and I don't have reverse, so I can back up. I appreciate it.
You got room to back up. Let's go down and see what's happening in the
Yeah,
stove
but I
yard.
can't back up.
Oh, well, we can get out.
He pulled up a little bit from me.
Shut it down.
Here we go. So just set the story straight. And you saw the women get kind of giddy in there and joking around a lot. But I think that's part of stress relief. Not sure. But you saw the bikers being arrested. What happened? What happened? Evidently somebody reported or saw, may have been law enforcement, saw when the bikers got there looking for foul weather gear because it had been raining. Well, two of the guys took their sidearms out and put them in their saddlebags, being respectful to the business is what they were doing. Now, they were arrested for criminal carry. But let's say this. The state they were from had open carry. And guess what? Texas recognizes their right to open carry, just like we have now, open carry. Now, we don't know what happened, but I can tell you they probably got out of it because there's a stiff penalty that comes if you are convicted in Texas of criminal carry. But we did escape out the side door, as you saw us walk around to the front of the building. And of course, they were looking at us because we were inside, then we were outside. But, and you heard me say at the end of it, hey, let's go down the stockyards and check out these 800 bikers that are supposed to be meeting and heading to the stockyards. So Geezer and I, we headed toward the stockyards. Oh, and by the way, that was Zorro that was narrating that video and actually taking that video. And the one thing I noticed about it, a lot heavier back then. That was before all my cancers. But that's another story. So we went to the stockyards. Well, guess what? There wasn't 800 bikers there. There wasn't. The most we saw at one time was maybe 15, maybe. And yeah, now I have this fogged out. It was the Mongols that were there. And Fort Worth PD was having a shit fit about it. And they went around to all the establishments, including the Love Shack. That's where they were in front of. And we've been there many times. There was not 800 motorcycles, bikers. There was not. It was all hype and innuendo, pushing a narrative that bikers are criminals. And the people in these gang units believe that. They believe that. We had one over in Garland tell us, hey, if you're looking the part, guess what? This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, and significant other on the live chat. No, let me tell you, I miss Geezer so much. So much. He was one of my best friends. That's my national essay, and also ready to go anytime. Anytime. And guess what Geezer did in his retirement? He was a school crossing guard. But that's also another story, and we'll talk about that in later videos. So a couple of weeks later, after all these incidents, we did what we called the Stockyard Stampede. And yeah, we took our crew and whoever else wanted to join. Matter of fact, one of the clubs there offered to help out with that. And I said, no, I think we got it under control. But they did offer. So we went to the stockyards, and by that time they had banned cruising through the stockyards. So we made sure we did just that, was go through the stockyards multiple times. And the very first time we went down in and through the stockyards, we had the Fort Worth PD waving at us with the crowds. I don't know. You can't make this stuff up. And yes, we've been to Fort Worth PD about Fort Worth gang. We've been over there to talk to Officer Buddy. Ask him what in the hell is going on and what in the hell is wrong with them. And nowadays, let me say this. Nowadays, they should have better things to do than arresting bikers, and I don't care who they are. For arresting people over being over the white line. How many times do you see that every day by other people other than bikers? Failing to give a turn signal. And yes, in many of these cases, they did know there was a police officer behind them and they used their turn signals, yet they got arrested for it. It happens again and again to this day. To this day. And why do they do it? Because they can. Because they can. And they actually shouldn't. They should have better things to do. Especially now, when we know there are 18,000 terrorists within our borders. And because of Joe Biden, we don't have any clue where they're at. Any idea, any clue where they're at. There are real gang members here. And let me say this to any biker club out there. If you're dealing with the drugs, you never know who is standing next to you. You never know who has been compromised because they got in trouble. And now they're a turncoat. You never know. And I'd be damned if I'd have contraband in my saddlebags wearing a freaking cut, whether you're 1% or not. Because we've had people, slickbacks, no patches, wearing a vest, stopped and detained. Garland, Texas. That cop was an idiot. He didn't know the law. He didn't know about gangs. He didn't know about bikers. Period. And let me say this, and you may have heard me in that video say, Texas has a gang assessment report that's supposed to go out every year. Guess what? That hasn't been updated, and I just looked at it not long ago, since 2018. Oh, wait a minute. That's 7 years back. Incredible, everybody. So they're seeing the same names. And let me tell you, that the gang assessment report is a cut and paste document. It's the same thing, the same biker people that they say is a gang member. And they only know one or two. And they're listed in the gang report. You can find it online. Maybe they'll update it one of these days. But then again, we're going to have another archive video, and you're going to want to see this one. It's when a police officer in Galveston loses control of his weapon. And you're going to be surprised what his weapon was. So this was the first of our archive videos. I should have listed it as number 1. But we're still having some issues with YouTube, or maybe I may have to buy a new computer. Now, we're not a rich outfit at all. But, I do believe I have to get a powerful one. This one we have is good, but we're getting some flickers and stuff in there, and we've tried to solve it, and we're still working on it. We're still working on it. But as I'm looking at it right now, the quality is good. It says our stream is excellent, so I'm not getting why we're getting the flickers. But that's another problem and another story. I want to thank all you guys in the chat line that joined me tonight. We certainly appreciate it. Like and share, spread the word about the archives. And so you won't miss the next one. Subscribe and hit that bell so you'll know when we come live. And we do this, we don't do the archive. We're going to do the archives about maybe once a week or maybe every 2 weeks. I don't know. But I do believe we need to go back and take a look. Take a look at where we were at and where we're at now. Not only politically, but with our effort for bikers' rights. With that, everybody, oh, wait a minute, I see you. Hardtail is here, man. You got to do a show on Geezer. We will do just that. Just that. Geezer was something else. And I got plenty of stories about Geezer. Every time we hit the road, it is an adventure. Something happened. Either a bike breaks down, a biker breaks down, one of our members. Something happens every time. Even peg leg. And we'll have a story on him too. With that, everybody, we want to thank you for being here tonight. Like I said, we love everybody. There's not a biker out there, and this is coming from my heart. There's not a biker out there that I've never met that I didn't like. They don't have to like me. But if they're on 2 wheels, and possibly 3 wheels, they're in my wheelhouse. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody. I got to go get supper.